let's move on to the NBA Finals. Topic number 6, the NBA Finals, Suns versus the Bucks. Game 1 went down. The Suns got a W, 118-106, I believe was the number there. And man, they looked great, and it was a great game. But yeah, man, the Suns just keep it rolling, right? Suns just keep rising.
Yeah, the Suns look good in game 1. Giannis came back for game 1, which I think was important for the Bucks. He actually looked decent. I thought he was going to look a lot worse. Definitely not 100%, but I think he's a little closer to 100% than what a lot of people thought he would be. But you look at this, I just think this is Chris Paul's year. I know it's just game 1, but, I mean, the guy had 32 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, shot 63% from the field. So this has been a great postseason for Chris Paul. We got a caller on the line right now, so we're going to go to this caller right now. So whoever you are on the phone, thank you so much for calling in to Comeback Sports. Why don't you give us your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, my name is James Merlin. I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Oh, that's great, James. We are in Massachusetts right now, so good to have a Massachusetts sports fan on the line. So, James, what is your question for us tonight?
My question is, what do you think about DeAndre Ayton being the first person in the NBA Finals to get 15 points and 15 rebounds in one game since Tim Duncan in 1998?
Wow, that is a great question, James. Thank you so much. James, are you still on the line?
My question is, what do you think about...
Okay, we'll answer his question first. So, I think with DeAndre Ayton, I mean, he's been a huge factor for the Suns so far in this postseason, and just the way that he's been playing, and he's sort of the X factor right now for the Phoenix Suns. You see the way that he can score the basketball, he can rebound, he can block shots. He's been so good, and he's sort of become that kind of player that can do whatever he needs to do out on the floor. He doesn't have to score 30 points to be successful with the Phoenix Suns. So, and that's kind of like what Tim Duncan was like James was saying, is that, Tim Duncan didn't have to score 30 points to have a successful game in the postseason. So it's a good point. I don't think he's as good as Tim Duncan, James, but very solid performance from DeAndre Ayton so far. Brandon, what do you think?
First off, James, thank you for calling in. We love it. And I love that this young man knows his history. Comparing him to Tim Duncan, the big fundamentals. Good, man. Big shout out to you, James, on that one. But yeah, I think DeAndre Ayton has had a great season, and he's really proven himself as that first-round pick. And I think he's having a big series here. And yeah, having that double-double always helps, especially when you got guys like Chris Paul and Devin Booker putting up all the points. But yeah, I mean, DeAndre Ayton he's having a big series. Look for him to help close it out. I got the Suns winning it.
Yeah, I do too. I think this is the Suns' year. It's going to be very interesting to watch them down the stretch of the NBA Finals. But still a lot of games to be played. It's still only game 1. James, are you still on the line with us, buddy?
Yes.
Awesome. James, let us know, number 1, how old you are, and number 2, what's your favorite sport?
I am 10 years old, and I am between 2 sports, basketball and baseball.
Awesome. 2 excellent sports. So who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals this year?
I think it's going to be the Suns.
Yeah, I think
Devin Booker is going to, and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton combined on a single team is probably one of the best teams you could get in the league.
That's a great point, James. I think you're right. I think that's a really good 1-2-3 punch for the Phoenix Suns, and they seem to play well together, those 3 guys, both Chris Paul at the point guard, Devin Booker at the shooting guard, and DeAndre Ayton at center. So really good point, James. So thank you so much for calling in, James, and we really appreciate it. And make sure you call us some other time again on another show, James, here on Comeback Sports.
Okay.
All right, James. Have a good night, buddy, and thank you again for calling.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Bye.
take care now. I had to get James off the phone because he's going to take our host jobs. If we keep letting him go, that kid's probably going to be a broadcaster in no time. I'm worried about my seat on this show as of now. Anyway, Awesome
I'm worried
job.
about it as a coach. I mean, he was talking about, lineups and stuff like that. So that's a very smart young man that knows his sports right now, and he's got a bright future.
Absolutely. He was talking about DeAndre Ayton, 22 points and 19 rebounds in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and he was talking about how Tim Duncan, the last person to do at least 15 and 15 was Tim Duncan. So great point by him.